from the Redneck Garage. It's early yet. Today is P-Day, paint day, here at the Redneck Garage. And I've been working on getting everything prepped. Everything's in primer. I've got a little bit more black sanding to do. We're going to be black sanding down a little bit on the Jeep, but then we're going to be applying some blue paint, which I'm super excited about. So I'm going to drink some coffee, start assessing what I need to sand down, and we're going to get started.
We'll just take a quick look around this morning, and she's looking pretty good. In the dark I was unable to see some of this, but I'll hit it again. We'll get all that off. Primer. Did the hood last night. It came out really good. I ended up wet sanding it and then going down to a 600 grit wet sand, and it looks great. Got a little bit more sanding to do here, back sides of these, but for the most part it looks great. And in the sun we can take a look at the color, and wow, that's pretty. That looks really good. The addition of that extra paint that we put in took a little bit of the blackness away and gave it a little bit more of a metallic, a little more silvery stuff. So that was, man, that looks awesome. I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna get sanding.
Trying to finish up this stinking wet sanding, and because it's a flat surface I'm using a flat block. But a couple things about wet sanding is I'm using a 400 grit on all the primer, and I find it interesting that you can actually hear, if you listen close enough, you can hear how the sandpaper sounds when it's going over a rough spot or where it's smooth. And the biggest tool that you have for painting is your hands. You should be able to feel with the tips of your fingers any rough spots or where it's smooth, where you can go, okay, yeah, that's right. So that's basically what you're doing with wet sanding, and keep enough water on it where it doesn't become a gummy mess. So almost done with all the externals. Then I got to do the little bit on the tub. Then we'll be about ready to start shooting. Alright, I got everything black sanded down, washed off. I took a Scotch-Brite pad with just a couple drops of... okay, so everything's sanded down, block sanded, and I took a Scotch-Brite pad with just a couple drops of laundry detergent in a bucket, washed the whole truck down, rinsed it till my water bill's going to go up. Now I'm having me a red stripe. Got to just let it dry out, and then we can start shooting some color on this thing. Awesome! Okay, one of the last things I like to do is clean my gun out really well. I disassemble it, scrub it up, make sure there's old paint in, anything like that, because why would you want to splatter your paint job with crap from your gun? I use the Sharp FX3000 spray gun. For the money, I found it to be one of the best guns I've ever used. It's on my Redneck Garage products at the end of the video. If you click on that, it's like the first link, and they're about 115 bucks, and it will lay down a heck of a spray paint job. I love this gun. Now, we'll also be using the PPS system by 3M, which is, you've got these little liners and a cap, and you've got a cup that it sits in. Now, the cool thing about this system is that it's a closed system. When you put your liner in and your paint, and you put it on, and you put it on your gun, and you turn it upside down and spray, it takes all the air out. So this gun can be used in any configuration, upside down, sideways. You're not going to spill a drop, and you're able to get in some of those crevices that it's hard to get to. So that's what we're going to be using. I'm going to continue cleaning this up, and then we're going to probably start shooting some color. Woo!
She's about ready to go. There's the doors, all that stuff's prepped, ready to go. There's Randy, he's here for moral support, looking like a big old hound dog. If you scratch his leg, it'll start flopping, watch.
I think it's time to mow your grass.
Yeah, well,
And blow it all this way.
that sounds like a great idea.
Did you get to a good way?
Alright, I got the first coat of color on it, and you can see I forgot to sand right there on that fender. So thankfully, as long as you just have your base coat on, you can give it about 20 minutes, let it dry, and then you can wet sand it down and then shoot some more color over it. Once you get the clear on it, you're done, or you get a lot of base coat. So anyway, got that all sanded down, ready for some more color, and we're in good shape.
Shaping up good. I've got about 3 coats of color on it. I'm going to put one more just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Like right there, I can see that. But for the most part, body's looking good. Hood needs one more good coat. Tailgate, doors, balance panel, windshield frame, all those are done. So we need one more coat on the body and one good coat on the hood, and then we're ready to start clearing. Alright, she's starting to gloss out pretty good. This is the first coat. I laid it on fairly thick. Looks nice. Got the hood paint on, hood gloss coming out pretty good. We'll throw one more real good coat to it, maybe 2. Doors, windshield frame, balance, tailgate. I'm letting it flash off pretty good because I got it pretty thick right in here. You can tell that it was just thick. So I'm trying to let it flash off before I lay any more into it. But it looks really good. I'm happy with that.
Alright, so it's been a grueling couple days, man. Yesterday spent all day prepping it, last till about midnight, and then today getting up at about 8 and getting ready, block sanding, all that crap. And it's about 6 o'clock tonight. So there you go. There's really a time crunch at the end trying to get it done and get it painted, but now it's done. So I am tickled to death. I think it's good. I think it looks great. And we will be block sanding and doing all the wet sanding and everything on it, but time for a beer. So let's take a look at what it looks like now before it's buffed and sanded out. Okay, truck turned out great. I hit the body there with the hose, and that should sand out and buff. It wasn't too bad. I laid a little extra clear in it. I went real heavy on the clear just so I could sand it down and buff it. We're going to use that new DA sander I bought. I like this color. It's kind of a blue. Like that blue. It'll look good with the tan top on it. Everything's painted, and I can rest a little bit. And that's freaking awesome. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy my beer. I'm going to let this stuff dry a little bit and relax. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.